You know what it is. You know who it is.
OG Lee in the house. Once again.
Once again, baby.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
Man, I'm not going to talk about your elbows, man, because mine, I can't put mine up there tonight either, man.
My bad. Hey, but it's OG Lee.
One is
It's you
ashier than
and
the
the
other.
E.
Yeah.
It's old school, new school. Hey, we back with another one.
Once again.
B. Come on, and what this is? This is a
27. 27, yes.
Hey, sí, señor. Sí, señor.
I got to get my Spanish into it. You know, I got to.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Yeah,
We should be able to
step
do
that
a
up.
Spanish episode. Episode in Espanol. Old school, new school. I know I got French there for a second.
Old school. How would you say that? I know old is viejo.
Escuela.
Escuela viejo.
Escuela viejo.
Y escuela nuevo.
Sí.
Something like that.
But come on, hey, you know how we do, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't just breeze into this one, bro. How you feeling today, OG Lee? Let me know for real, bro. Don't lie to me.
Man,
What you feel like?
these right here, I'm on my second cerveza since we're talking Spanish. I'm on my second one, man. And these are not, that's not exactly what they call spirits. But it's doing a little something to lift my spirits. You know what I'm saying?
Help you out a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. A little pick me up.
A little
if you
something.
will. A little pick me up.
You know, have you ever heard a white person say something? I'm talking about just the average person. A little something.
Little something.
You haven't, right?
Nah, I haven't.
That's why I don't understand why white people say black people don't control the language. Right? I mean, we masters of the language. A little something. You know what I'm talking about?
Orators.
A little something.
Oration? Is that a word? How do you say it that way?
If you're black, you could use it for that. You know what I'm saying?
Oration?
To say what? You're orator? You're a good orator.
Like the action.
But an orator is more like towards like probably public speaking or something like that. Or, like preacher, he's a good orator.
How do you kind of conjugate it that way, though, when you get to like, the action of being an orator? Or
you like saying he's a good orator?
Orating?
He's good at, I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking.
Anyway, I said that nigga, boy, he talks some shit, boy. That
That's an interesting one.
He will sell some motherfucking ice to Eskimos.
Hey, I love sell a little sand to a whale.
Because the preacher's got to be like that, though. You realize that, right? He's got to be really have that gift of the gab.
Gift of gab.
Most of these preachers just like, really solemn, serious and shit like that. They probably real good when you really want to listen to something, if you really ever want to listen, but they ain't going to ever have no jets and shit like that flying around, proselytizing.
You got to have that mouthpiece to get
helps.
what you need.
That helps, yeah.
But man, have you seen it in the news recently, man?
Subscribe.
Hey.
Subscribe.
It's a nice one though. In the news though, have you seen it?
No.
The big topic, bro.
What is it, man?
Of how they're talking about these cell phones.
Oh my God.
In the schools.
Oh my God. That is really something. Man.
I feel like I know the answer, but how's old school feeling about them about the cellulars?
Now there's some things, right, that I could give an old school opinion on, and people would say we don't need to go back to that. You know what I'm saying? And I get it, but I don't get this one about phones. Yeah. What we think we teaching them to be little executives or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Why does a kid
multitasking?
Nobody. I don't even care if we're talking about all the way up to high school, up to the 12th grade. I do not see where any student, I'm not even going to say child and kid and all, student and a phone is a distraction. Why would you need that? You know what I'm saying? Why would you even want a teacher to have to deal with that aspect all day, telling somebody to put their phone away and hearing phones and all this kind of stuff?
Because I guess I'm old. Because when I used to, if I got caught with a phone in school, it was detention, boy. Straight detention on. That was in.
Hey, if I would have got caught with a phone in school,
you were crazy.
None of the motherfuckers would have been like, yo, this motherfucker right here is going to be a gazillionaire and shit, man. Because I don't know what this shit is he's got here, but he's talking to people on this shit, you know?
Yes,
it would have been like for people who know the Jetsons, right? Because nobody had no fucking phones. We didn't even have beepers yet when I was in school. But so that's what makes me, make my decision. Having lived through that, my question becomes, why would a student need a phone? Right? Some things you like putting people into that they don't even gotta go there.
You know they'll break it down to the emergency aspect if they need to contact their parents or
like I always say, we had the same emergencies. You go to the office if you needed to. You ask the teacher, could you go to the office? The teacher deems whether or not it's emergency, and she'll send you to the office. Mm-hmm.
But they would. Come on, statistics they would go for it.
And then somebody's gonna try to sue. Well, if it's school shooting, I still don't know. I don't want you depending on where you at. I don't want you trying to talk to your mom. You might give us away. You know what I'm saying? But I get that. Shooter side. But no, I don't. Man, they've made life so complicated. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to answer that other than to be realistic and to say, thank goodness a school shooting doesn't happen every day. So let's just not go that far. Yeah. What other reason do you need?
They take it to that extreme. Boy.
Shooting. Thank goodness a school shooting hasn't happened in a minute. Which is good. They haven't programmed someone to do some dumb shit like that.
Which on that topic, how do you, if a teacher is holding keeping the firearm on her or him, what do you think about that? Necessary, unnecessary? It sounds crazy.
Well, I think you leave it up to the teachers. Some teachers may not be comfortable because you got to realize most teachers are going to be female in the public schools. So whether or not she's comfortable with that. If she's comfortable with it, what I say is just like, I doubt it, but when my teachers was there, they could have had pistols. I doubt it, but you don't know. So that's how I should say it is. The teacher got a pistol, great. You don't even have to announce it or not announce it.
Keep it out of sight, yeah.
Yeah. And definitely no reason to be in sight. You know what I'm saying? And the way they've got it now, which I think will give them a little bit of time, at least your door is locked, right? Mm-hmm. You should have it in your desk and have the key in your pocket. And I know it'll be frantic, but have control enough if something jumps off. Go get that, whatever firearm, arm yourself and protect, yourself and the students, man. But
I do like in some classes, I don't know if you've seen where they have like shooting, like I guess protocol where like walls will turn and like
I've seen that.
Some pretty crazy stuff.
And I support that, man, but I'm just so pissed off that we would have to go to that extent because whoever makes that to take advantage of a big school board and all that shit, they're gonna charge millions of dollars for that, and that's something that could be going for education. Absolutely. But I'm for anything that would protect those kids against some stupid motherfucker who does that, man.
Absolutely. But y'all seen some crazy designs.
That's another thing, man, that really just to think about is sick, man.
Which part?
That you would have that happen in schools especially, and that a parent could think, man, I could send my kid off to school one morning and some shit like that jump off in the school. It's crazy, man.
Terrible.
Nobody ever thought about that when we were rational people.
Truthfully terrible.
Absolutely, man.
When do you think that change? I know I always ask that kind of question, bro, but like, at what point public shootings, like, things getting so violent, we thinking, 80s, 90s, when they started to get, like, acceptable, I guess, kind of normalized a bit?
I think it was heading into 2000.
Oh, okay.
And people, thinking different things was going to start happening from 2000. Mm-hmm. And some of that was like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's a mixture of stuff. You know what I'm saying? One of the things, too, is that they're letting too many people into the country that have no allegiance to the country. And I don't get that part either. That's why I say this country, I think it's going to implode somehow. Because, just from a common sense standpoint, no matter what party you belong to, right? If you looked at it on a micro level, like, yo, this is my house, right? Well, why would you let a bunch of motherfuckers in? And I'm going by the news because I don't know it all. But we do know that there are people coming in the country. We can at least say that. I won't say that maybe it's a millions as they're saying, although I think it may be. But just the ideal, why wouldn't you want to put more strength on that when you know that there's people coming in that really would like to kill you? You know what I'm saying? And rightfully so, because we do some fucked up shit to other people too. But man, why would you let your border be so porous like that? I really don't get that, man. I really don't get that. Other than, again, as they say, we got people that's operating this country that's really have no allegiance to the country itself. A lot of shit has changed.
So,
because it's unbelievable when you think about that, right? You say, okay, like they say about 9/11 or whatever, it's from people coming in, terrorists as they call them, right? So if that's got any validity to it, it seems like for instance, if the one country you're supporting, Israel, right? Yeah. Go look at the security with Israel. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucking roach might not be able to get in, much less a terrorist. Although, if it's true, October 7th or whatever date it was, they did infiltrate their asses.
They did.
Yeah.
And there's always a little way for somebody to get in, but in this border kind of patrol, what would you think for? Kind of like the walls? I feel like that was kind of a joke when that was done. More of like
it's a lot of areas that you can't put a fence, but there's places that you could put walls. But I saw where they had like whatever those barriers were, you could slip right through them, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and most Mexicans are not fat.
But I mean, what can you do? You just like want to at least show that there's some acting or crack down on once they get over here. You say like up those police military style, kind of get down on them, get them back over there.
And really, it's like I was or am, a landlord, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was tripping because during the pandemic, they had people who had decided to stay in the houses, right, without paying rent.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, when the landlord wanted to kind of clear his property, he was paying the tenants, to leave.
Paying them to do the yard work, though? Is that what you're saying?
No, paying them to leave the house, period. They didn't want to leave.
Dang, they got a deal.
What was I saying now?
You're saying that the landlord was paying the tenants to leave at that point?
No, before that.
Before that?
I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about, man.
No, there's a couple few different topics there, but one that I forgot about because we started rambling off into different topics.
I ramble so much, man. I start thinking ahead of what I want to say, and then before I know it, I'm like, "What the fuck was I saying?"
This is an exercise, right?
That's
But look, how long do you think you can go without your phone before you start feeling kind of a little uncomfortable?
My phone, man, I don't really do a lot of communicating on the phone, so that's not a fair question for me, as compared to some other people. So it's not a big deal for me. I like to maybe check some stocks or something like that. But if I had to go without it, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. It probably would be like a nice break for me or whatever. But realistically, I probably, unlike most people, I think I probably could go like 5 days and not even be fucked up about it, man. But the average person, I don't think, could do that.
In the 5 days, though, you would have checked for it once, it would have just been out of sight, out of mind.
I could put it out of sight, out of mind, because I got everything on cruise control.
Hey, okay, I like that. But
it's gonna come to me in a second. What I was mentioning that about the landlord paying to get the people out. Something to the effect of it's easier to do that as opposed to fighting the situation.
Going back.
I'll think about what it was in a minute. Yeah. But so man, I never asked you or didn't ask you. Thank you, Jesus. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing good as far as
I'm doing just
you know, my morale. My morale is always there. I think that's a large
morale,
part.
yeah, man.
That's a large part of kind of your, you know, how everything's going.
I have that morale, man.
But life's been easier at times. I could definitely say that. But I feel like that happens kind of as you get older. Life gets a little bit more trying as time passes.
Man, I was watching the news. I always watch the news, the financial news especially.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like the numbers that they give as far as the inflation percentage numbers.
What percentage are they saying on a financial news?
They're not giving even double-digit inflation numbers.
Whoa.
So what I want to do is come up with they call it the CPI, Consumer Price Index.
Mm-hmm.
But that thing is not all-encompassing and does not really cover a lot of things. So what I want to come up with is a nigger price index, NPI.
NPI.
And I want to show different components in that index and show
one of the components
how much shit has goes up. And they're not really, being truthful about it, man, because they just not. One of them is alcohol. In a black family, you got to have alcohol and you got to have a bottle of peroxide in the medicine cabinet and shit. So I used to pay 79 cents, man, for a little pint thing of alcohol.
I feel like you might have told me that before.
Now in Walmart, the motherfucker's $2.88. See? And
For
it
alcohol.
doesn't seem like it's a lot because it's just $2.88, so they're thinking. But that's a lot from 79 damn cents. And that's more than they're telling the people. They're telling the people that the CPI is like, 4% or 5%. None of the stuff that we used to, buy has only went up 4%, 5%. It's more like that alcohol, 300%.
Crazy.
This is the worst recession I've ever seen, man. Not recession, because they're not saying we're in a recession. We are, though. But this is the worst. Inflation is what I meant to say.
Wow.
This is the worst that I have ever seen prices go up. I mean, it really is something, man.
Did the stimmies do it to us?
Well, that and greed, man. If you're a corporation, your only thing is you're looking for is profit. And when you can raise prices, you do it. When you raise prices, you do it. And you do it until you break the people's backs, which is what? They stop buying it. That gives you a sign that that's where you got to stay or maybe go down a little bit or whatever, right? But they keep pushing the envelope,
Push it.
It started, probably you could say from, the stimulus that made you had to inflate, the money. But they kept going with way more than it needed to be just based on greed. And
crazy.
Yeah, it really could. It's but all I could say is thank God, we live on credit. Most people live on credit. They at least say we broke their backs, but now we'll lend them some money and shit.
The savagery, the American way, which is crazy and strangely enough, slightly brings to me.
What is that?
That good old.
No, don't tell me.
Word of the day.
Word of the day.
And the word of today, shout out to
word of the day.
To the recent holiday.
Word of the day. The recent holiday
is.
Was that today?
Juneteenth. Shouts out Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
But check out the word of the day today.
But wait. Let me just give a pause of silence.
Okay.
This is going to be for all of the civil rights people who were involved in the struggle. It's not over yet, but they are not here. We got to give them that pause of silence, man, because this is what they fought for, things like this.
Mm-hmm.
And to think.
Just like this.
To think, man, that black people
like this.
have a holiday. I mean, things are stopping. This is a federal holiday.
We's free.
No mail, banks closed, stock market closed, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? So black people have come a long way in this country. And let's give that, I want to at least give that pause of silence. All right. I mean, I would have gave 5 minutes. I would have gave an hour, but you know what I'm saying? Who wants to just sit here like this, right?
We've had an awkward,
awkward
pause.
But I thought about the people, man. Really though, that's serious, man. To give them that shout out.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, like in particular, people like Dr. Martin Luther King. Really, you know, you know, his birthday's a holiday. Juneteenth. Damn, before you know it, boy, shit, niggas gonna have a holiday every month. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
but hey, that's shout out, man.
Hey, but no, the word of the day today.
Word of the day.
Right on cue with the vibe with the holiday is emancipate.
Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves could free our mind. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time.
But hey, you got the
definition?
How
long shall it kill?
You got the definition for me, bro?
Emancipate. It's kind of like free yourself, you know what I mean? Emancipate yourself. Yeah, Emancipate.
Man. Simply defined as set free, especially from legal, social, or political restrictions.
Yeah, man. Emancipate yourself.
So this was a day of emancipation right here.
This was a hell of a day of emancipation for those people who were slaves, because they were free for 3 years. And they came in and officially said, like, y'all free, man. Get on out. Imagine them just grabbing their bags and shit like, yo, let's get the fuck off of master's property. But no, a lot of them they said sharecroppers. So they went and they grabbed their bags and went running and shit. And then they thought like, yo, where the fuck we going? We got nowhere to go.
Y'all got to pay us or something.
Shit.
Come on.
No, they had nowhere to go. So they had to make a deal with the master, you know, to where he kind of was going to give them some pay. So, you know, they did some sharecropping where they shared in on the stuff, which, of course, the master got the best deal or whatever. But at least they were supposedly free. But that was the deal, man. And that is an analogy you could think about for your kids, man. And that is, you know, when it gets to be a certain time, like we say 18 or whatever, you ready to put them out. They may not be ready. They may be like the slaves, man. Once you put me out, hey, I haven't planned for him, whatever, where am I going? You know what I'm saying?
And they right there.
So you got to plan for that.
And then, then you're saying to use them as indentured servants to further what you got going on.
Yeah. Well, again, they weren't calling it capitalism, but basically you trying to make some money and have as little, you know, expenses as possible. So you do what you got to do, you know, and hope nobody kills you.
Just because I don't like people to lose thoughts. Did your previous kind of fumble of the thought have to do with the border control? Because that's kind of where we were before we got into
and I don't have the full thought with me yet, but yeah, it was, you know, something to the effect of, you know, that like maybe we are willing to let them in just to live by our principles, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just to say
even though we know that, you know, some are gonna come make it through the cracks and end up possibly doing harm to us. But
America's got a pretty big ego, eh?
Yeah. I still really wonder who's running America though, because some of the shit that some of the decisions that are made, they make no sense in benefiting the average American. I mean, they make no sense, man. Make no sense whatsoever.
If America was to throw a barbecue, how many materials do you think they'll need?
How many materials?
Yeah, quantity. An American barbecue, including all 50 states.
It just depends, man, what we serving, because you know we got a big ass melting pot. You can't just serve no pork spare ribs and shit like that.
You're doing it American style. You
can't serve no bullshit hot dogs and shit like that. They gotta have halal shit and shit that ain't pork, and you know what I'm saying? Then you got these other motherfuckers that gotta have all of this fucking what do you call that shit? So that brown shit that the Indians put all over everything.
What's that? Curry?
Curry. They might have to have all that. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole bunch of different shit you got to prepare.
So you just gonna hook it up how you want to do it, man. If they don't eat it, hey, fine.
Shit, I'm giving. Just because of how many people it would be, I'm doing hot dogs, man.
Hot dogs.
Yeah, just to show. About? You know, I'm just trying to holler at them.
How many hot dogs you doing?
One each.
So what's that? 20.
But some of the people ain't gonna eat hot dog because it's pork. So I'm just saying, okay, you ain't getting down.
A cool 15.
But and then some people gonna come and get 2. You know, sneak back in. And shit. I'm probably looking at. I'm gonna get 300 million.
300 million.
Yeah.
Okay. Get 500.
And that's not. I don't know if that's including some of the gotaways. You know what a gotaway is?
Almost had them. Slip through the
cracks.
The
Hispanics just come in, they slip through the cracks. They don't know who they are.
Is that the
they don't know
term?
what gotaways. That's what they call them. Yeah. And they said the numbers just went up to like I don't know how they computing it, but they said the numbers went up to like 1 million gotaways.
Damn. Yeah. 1 million of them boys.
Yeah. Gotaways. That's literally what they calling them.
That's kind of crazy.
That's very crazy. If it were, I mean, if that's real, then, I mean, that's dangerous. If those numbers are real. But I tend not to believe the numbers sometimes because, like I said, those inflation numbers they was telling you, saying that like eggs went up 10%. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. You know all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to level off now, but the shit has been going up for years, for the last 3 years.
Up and up and up. Everything but that salary.
Shit, man. They ain't going up on your salary, boy.
Never that.
Shit, they gonna punish.
Never
but
that.
I tell you what,
hey,
man.
give me one of these. Give me one of these, man.
Oh, we haven't done that in a while, man. Oh, yeah.
Especially this episode.
And it was something else I was thinking about we hadn't done in a minute.
Hold that thought, though, bro. Hold that thought. Because it's old school, new school. Sometimes people just sit back and they kind of enjoy just the ambiance. Check out our beautiful faces, our beautiful skin, bro.
Don't put that on me, man. I know I'm not beautiful.
Just sit back and they just looking at us. They forget to like.
I know comment, I'm not beautiful.
Subscribe. They don't do that, man.
I'm all right.
They want to get with the
I'm not
gang.
Chopped liver.
They want to get with the schoolie gang.
Call them schoolies.
They think they cool with me, so they want to come school with me. You know what I mean?
Yo, that's gonna be a t-shirt right there, man.
Well, hey, we gonna take us a little chill, little 1, 2, bop, bop. Right? We gonna be right back. Y'all do the like, comment, subscribe.
Get ready to hit them screets.
UNDE.
You gonna hit them screets right quick.
We'll be right back.
We're back.
Hey, we
back up on the scene.
Back, baby. Back in action. Back in action.
Wednesday night. What's today? June. Just got to give a little reference to where we are in time and space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let the people know.
June 19th?
The June.
Official Juneteenth, June 19th.
It is indeed, man.
My God.
And you know, I'm out here watching TV.
You watching TV?
TV's changing, especially the sports channel. Nowadays, like we have said in previous episodes, bro. Have you seen or did you see the Caitlin Clark and the kind of Angel Reese controversy?
Angel Reese slapped that white girl upside the head, man.
We hit her across the top of the head. Blip, blah, blah, blah.
And looked at her like, I dare you say something, bitch.
She hit her with that? I think
no, I didn't even see it.
You made that part up.
But I just heard the overtones of it, which was they said Reese did hit Caitlin Clark. Didn't they say?
Yeah,
they did. Yeah. But you know, that's how you soup it up.
Clothesline on the block attempt, though.
Yeah, they said that she like hit her with the palm of her hand and then came across with the elbow up against the noggin.
But wait, did you say you did see it or you didn't?
I didn't see it, man. I'm sure they souping it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At some point it'll die down, but this is just, you know, I don't know.
Because I saw even on CNN they got it right. Is that too much?
CNN, what they have on it?
Just like kind of covering it, like putting the story up there. Even I feel
it's not too much. It's groupthink, right? You sitting there, man, and it's your job to come up with stories, right? And then you look over and say, "Oh, CNN is saying this shit here," right? So what do? You just expound on it by stealing their shit and add a little sauce to it. Before you know it, they're gonna be saying that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are in a relationship.
Look at you, bro. That's your own head. You want
They
something
gonna
like
come up with some shit like that, man.
That's that OG Lee freaky head up
Then
there.
they gonna, adopt a biracial kid.
Oh yeah, they'll have like
they'll have some crazy
and then
shit
she'll
like
be
that.
like the first transgender woman to win the WNBA. Like
They'll
Olympic
come up with some shit like that. But you know what I thought was a little crazy. Maybe it's just me. It seemed like it was such a quick transition that they went from college to their pro league or whatever. It's like one day they were in college, and then like literally the next day they were in the WNBA.
Yeah, then that season, I guess it did kind of seem like it started up.
But
quick.
did you watch any WNBA lately?
I haven't actually watched it. I haven't seen it covered.
I haven't
either.
That's and that was what I was saying, was that I think after that championship, it was gonna really die down. Mm-hmm. After seeing the big game, the
big championship. But yeah, definitely their season has to be different than the NBA, just because it was literally they were playing, and then like
I don't know. I think it goes the NBA. It goes a little bit beyond June. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark have already played each other. I don't know how many times, so I don't know how many. It's not as many obviously teams in the league as the NBA.
Yeah,
but those two. Really, it seemed like they made such a quick transition into the pros.
And Angel Reese she averaging like a double-double.
Yeah,
rookie year. That's kind of cray. But look.
But yeah, she need to. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! The mind crusher.
That ring right there. If you know, you
the
know.
mind crusher.
Indication of a good old mind crusher.
And all my people say.
In this
let me see the picture on the outside.
This is it. I'm gonna switch it up for you.
It says, is that a little light skin?
It is.
And it says, let me see, the handsome, mysterious boyfriend.
But for you, we're gonna switch it up. So we're gonna say the beautiful, mysterious girlfriend. You're cooking dinner with your beautiful, mysterious girlfriend.
What makes her mysterious?
Jamie. Her name is Jamie. She's chopping.
Jamie?
Jamie.
Whoa. We ain't on no transvestite shit. Because Jamie is one of those names that could go either way.
She's chopping the vegetables and you're boiling the rice. You look over.
She's chopping the vegetables and I'm boiling the rice.
And Jamie,
Jesus Christ, the girl boil the chicken and go fry the rice.
Facts. But look, you look over and Jamie, she cut her hand with the knife. You know what I mean? She's cutting up the veggies. Her blood is green. You see with your own eyes that her blood is fucking green. She quickly wipes it off and stares at you. What's your next move?
I'm out. This bitch got the Hulk blood. I'm out.
You instantly dipping
Been
out.
Messing with some green pussy. I'm out, man. I didn't know that.
Not even questioning it. You just instantly dipping.
I'm out dipping.
Dang.
Hey, you know how people say in certain relationships, right? Mm-hmm. Once the whole thing is over with, they say, "Yeah, I saw some red flags." When I see the first red flag, I'm out.
You out of there?
Green blood, shit. Was she white?
I don't know. You tell me. It would have been your lady.
I don't know. She said she was mysterious and shit. That's where I would have seen the first red flag and been like, mysterious? What was mysterious about it? Oh, the bitch got green blood. Yeah.
You know, some people say people are mysterious if they just seem like everything's too good.
Right, yeah, because they don't expect that. That's what happened to me with my first 6 girlfriends, man. They was like, yo, man, this nigga just seems like he's too, you know what I'm saying? Everything's perfect about him, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that happened to me, man. Once upon a dream.
I can feel that. I can feel that myself.
I like
good.
that shirt, man. I like that color, that baby blue. You know what I'm saying? That's that North Carolina.
You always be
Hey, this is another thing that I'm gonna say, man, about the black people, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was a white person that said North Kakalaki. That's what I'm saying. Black people got control of the language and then some. Mm-hmm. North Kakalaki. And that shit stuck.
They created with that.
Shit. Come on, man.
We do that.
Yes, indeed.
If you had to throw out a country where you think you could potentially be from in Africa, where would you think?
Man. I think I'm from... I don't know, man. I was going to say Senegal.
Okay.
Just because I heard Akon was from Senegal. And that's damn near one of the places I know. Senegal. I know Nigeria, but I didn't want to... You know, man, I was watching some shit, and these guys come from, like, the countryside or whatever. Mm-hmm. But they have pretty much controlled hyenas and shit, man.
On leashes and shit?
Yeah, they got them, no chains.
Oh.
But they are traveling fucking caravan with these fucking hyenas and shit.
That's the Senegalese, right?
No, the Nigerians. This is in Nigeria. So it ain't the Nigerians working in the bank, but these motherfuckers off, in the countrysides or whatever.
Nigeria sounds like an interesting place.
Yeah, I tell you what, man. What I hate about any place is I don't like being shook down. And from what they tell me, a lot of places, but they say especially in Nigeria, everywhere you go, motherfuckers shaking you down.
And it's not even the police, right? It's just
whoever they want to hook, like black people, they want to hook up before they'll do anything for you.
Check this out.
That's one thing that I just hate being nickeled and dined and shook down and shit. Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna do the Nigeria, although that's a stereotypical type of thing. I don't know if that happens, but I've heard that on several occasions. I think Johannesburg would be cool. South Africa. Yeah.
Johannesburg.
Yeah. I wish I could
What makes you say that?
Because I just heard about it in the past, and there was a brother named Gil Scott Heron that sung about Johannesburg, so that it made me think of it as being an interesting place. Have you heard the word Johannesburg? Something like that. He had a jam that went.
That's not what I thought. But that's not the vibe I thought you were gonna go.
Gil Scott Heron was a serious cat. I know you probably never heard of him. But just study Gil Scott Heron. Yeah.
No, we go way.
He's talking about your man living in the bottle.
Your man living at the bottom.
So yeah, but that's my filler. But yeah,
but
yo man,
I usually say I perhaps, but look, I try to make my life as kind of easy as possible, right?
That's good, yeah.
And I try to break it down into a few phrases, a couple short phrases that kind of help me know, don't let me get complacent. Keep getting better.
Give me one of them.
Just get it realistic.
Give me one of them.
But one of them is your best is never good enough. And then another one I've got.
Did you write that? Because it seemed like I heard that one somewhere.
I might have said it on here before.
Your best is never good enough?
Yeah, your best is never good enough.
That's original?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that. Okay. I think so, because that just sounds like it would be like too simple, kind of like for somebody to have missed that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Well, but I'll give it to you though.
Yeah, just say it to yourself.
I'll give it to you.
Your best is never good enough. And then the good old, just everyone is never satisfied.
I take that back, man.
You think so?
Yeah, because I'm satisfied.
No. But everybody, now, everybody.
But I'm a part of everybody. You say everybody's not satisfied. I'm the one person I am. I think it's other people like me too.
But once you say everybody, that would consist of everybody in the whole situation.
So everybody is not satisfied.
Never.
Right, yeah. I agree with that, yeah. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't say everybody. I would say most people are not most people are never satisfied.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because especially like as you really go on in life, man, you realize you're only gonna get so much. And if you've met enough people, you met enough people to realize that I probably don't even want to be associated with most people. You know what I'm saying? They mean nothing to me. They're not gonna help me in any way.
Intentions and such.
So, the more you live and see, the more you realize that what life really is, man. And you realize that at some point you just chasing. So you got to at some point have some kind of satisfaction in your life, knowing that you're not gonna. First of all, most people, you're gonna become a millionaire, but it's not in the way that most people think, which is, oh, I'm a millionaire, I'm gonna go start spending a whole bunch of money. Man, if you live to be 60 and you work all your damn life, of course you're probably gonna become a millionaire. But by the time you do, $1 million is not gonna be worth what it used to be when everybody was like a lottery type millionaire. You know what I'm saying? So it's all relative. So just look at life as, hey, I'm living it. I gotta be satisfied. Of course, as you say, your best is never enough. So you may want to keep reaching or whatever. But realize that you don't want to overstress yourself. Because if you kill your motherfucking self reaching, then where are you? You know what I'm saying? So you got to kind of look at it and say, look, this is where I am. This is what I need to make me happy, and I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying?
Give us a phrase you can kind of lead these people with, bro. Lead the schoolies with. I know Old School got them ones. You said you didn't have one last time.
Man, and I came up with some shit. I don't know what it was.
You said.
I just always say, man, be real, man. Be yourself, because there's no one like you. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Whether you have they say you have man problems, woman problems, money problems, or just plain old ugly problems, Whatever they are, make them yours, own it, be yourself. Don't try to be like anybody else, man. That's the most important thing, because we need you as an individual. We was doing something the other day, man, and just by collaborating like that, it was able to come together. But had you not got that little input, you know what I'm saying, we would have never thought about that.
Yeah, worked it out.
But so yeah. It's all gravy, but just really be yourself. Do not allow people to make you change if that's not, you know what I'm saying? Because I hear people talking about followership, you know what I'm saying? And that to be a good leader, you got to be a good follower.
Got to.
But you're only going to become a good leader from being a follower if you got leadership tendencies. You know what I'm saying? There's some people that follow just on the strength, and they continue to follow. Blind. And if they didn't have someone leading them, they would be lost. And we got a lot of people out there like that. You know what I'm saying? With all due respect, you got a lot of people like that that's in gangs, because they was in gangs from the time they were young. And they gravitated towards that because they didn't have anything else instead of like a nuclear family or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it is. Some people, yeah. And then the college route, even some people do the kind of fraternity, sorority thing. Yeah. But,
especially those type of things, you know. And but I mean, if it floats your boat, fine. But it's just, to me, followership is not always healthy, in my opinion, especially if you ain't got your mind right.
Funded friendship is always interesting for me. But I definitely understand kind of that.
Wait till I get my money right.
Fraternity kind of.
You never did join a fraternity, huh?
I didn't. I don't know if I regret. I wouldn't say I regret it necessarily, but I wasn't really cognizant. I would say kind of went.
I'm in a fraternity. I joined. In
Marcini, OSNS.
Find me.
Yeah, I'm on that OSNSC Sci-Fi Kai. Kai.
I'm down with whoever's down with fraternities and what have you. I just,
I'm UND.
UNDE. Tell us a little bit about that.
UNDE.
Because people hear you say UNDE
Yeah.
They may not know
I like
anything
this.
about that. So break it down, man.
I gave a little breakdown a couple episodes ago, but hey,
that's before they was a schoolie, man.
yeah, before that was schoolie.
They're schoolie now, man.
Hey, but it's UNDE. It's undisturbed independence, man.
Undisturbed independence.
Just a brand.
Isn't that's a neat theory, man?
Come on, that's all
To
I'm
be
here for.
undisturbed and be independent.
That's
That
what's
means
keeping
leave
me
me the
going,
fuck
bro.
alone, man. I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? I ain't down with that. I'm by myself. I'm a schoolie.
Undisturbed
Leave me the
and
fuck
independent.
alone.
It's UNDE, man. You know? Independent things, but
Hey.
a collective of independent moves, man.
We got a Facebook page.
We got that. We got an old school. We got a UNDE Facebook page. We got an old school, new school Facebook page.
Let's go live on Facebook next time.
We could, man.
I'm gonna invite a few people.
Yeah, we got. I think we got to at least get like 50 people on our Facebook page.
I think eventually we
just start
will,
posting on
man.
that bad boy.
And then
But-
let's start thinking maybe they could tell us about a topic that we could cover. Let's cover some real controversial shit.
Some
You know
real,
what I'm saying?
the real deal, Holyfield. But I think if people will go through, check some of these episodes, some of these old school, new school, we got about 26 of them. Get a vibe on us. 27 of them now. But it's old school, new school.
It's like
bruh.
spades. We got 27 and a possible.
In a vibe.
Domino, nigga.
Hey, but it's old school, new school. You can follow us. We getting out there, bro. That TikTok, that Insta, Facebook,
TikTok.
audio. You know,
The
we everywhere,
CCP is going
everywhere
to
we
get your
can
information.
Be,
Yeah.
Show us some love. If you cool with me, come school with me, bro.
If you
Old
cool with
school,
me,
new
come
school.
school with me. What's that? You
OG
just-
Lee.
what is that? If you cool with me, come school
Come
with me.
school with me. We show you how to school
That's
over
to the
here. It's a
schoolies?
schoolie game. Schoolies know how you
But
school,
we
bro.
got to do something to incentivize the schoolies, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's give them one of those powder blue T-shirts.
You get something like this, man.
Yo,
Come tell me you
if
want
somebody
one of these
comments, if somebody would happen to comment that they want one of those, we're gonna send it to them, man.
I mean,
no
we
matter
send it
where
to
they
you.
live in America.
We getting it to you, man.
But yo, that shit might not get there like overnight.
Nah,
you know
it'll
what I'm
be there
saying?
quick. Old
Might take a
school-
month or so.
Old school,
but we gonna get it
just
to
like
you.
this. Old school, new school 6@gmail.com. Tell me where to send it to. I got you, bro.
Yo, and I'm gonna send them one that's got that image
In our
on it.
face.
If they want to put
You
me
might get
on
like
there.
a towel or something, bro.
Buy
No
it
cap.
for your grandmama or something.
Hey, but it's old school, new school. UNDE OG Lee, bro.
Thank you, Jesus.
UNDE.
We out.